Welcome to Smoke and Barrel. We are here live on YouTube, live on Facebook, live on Instagram with T Crockers. Log in. We are the dynamic duo today. It's Beef and the Cigar Pimp. So we have T Crocker, who is the cigar extraordinaire, myself, Bryan Hough, here at Smoke and Barrel. Our two cohorts couldn't be here today, so you're going to have some fun with us. We are having fun with this. Guys, this is the La Flor Dominicana, the LFD Double Lajero 700. I don't know what to tell you. It's one of my favorites. You guys know if you watch us often, I love the Dominican tobaccos. I love LFD has such an oily leaf on the outside. The wrapper is Ecuadorian. The wrapper leaf is Sumatra, and it's just great. Maduro, it's a 6.5 60, and one of the great things about the oil and the makeup of this is it burns slower.
Yes, definitely.
And even. I mean, I lit this, no touch up.
Yes, this is a great cigar.
I can't wait to go to the Dominican. Jack's going to the Dominican over Christmas. I'm kind of jealous here. I hope he gets to take a tour. If he gets time to take a tour, I'll get him set up at LFD. General Cigar's got a tobacco farm there. So there's 6 main families in the Dominican that grow tobacco, and it's kind of they refer to it as the Dominican mafia, tobacco mafia, cigars. But just great folks, great people. We've got several cigars that originated in the Dominican. PDR is one. We've got LFD. There's others that I'm just not thinking of right now, but they're just fantastic. So we have this going for us today. A couple of the Cahibas, absolutely, yeah. So Jack was just getting the Cahibas. We got to get Jack on the podcast sometime, or the YouTube. So, huh? But the chair's too comfortable, he says. He's just going to give us facts and figures. Now, what's cool today is what we're pairing with this. So this is the iconic Buffalo Trace straight bourbon whiskey. So, it's the award winner from 2014, in New York, the double gold medal. I got the gold medal in 2014 International Wines and Spirits. It's the flagship of Buffalo Trace Distillery. So it is great. I was surprised to learn at $30 a bottle it aged at least 8 years.
Really?
So a lot of the ones that we might drink are 4 years.
Okay.
It says at least 4 years.
Okay.
This is at least 8 years. And they only do 40 bottles at a time.
Really?
In the warehouse, they put it in the midway down in the warehouse. Mm-hmm. And so it has the most temperature extremes. It's not too cold, it's not too hot, but it's in the middle. Mm-hmm. So the bottom's going to be warmer or colder, the top's going to be warmer, etc. So
heat rises, I get it. Okay.
So a couple of things that I found out here. So this is made from a mash of yellow No. 2 dent corn, plump rye grains, and malted barley, which is cooked cool before being fermented approximately 3 to 5 days. 90% of the oak barrels that are used by Buffalo Trace come from the Ozark Mountains, and they do it themselves. So they have a cooperage at Buffalo Trace.
Okay.
They're doing their own barrels. They char their own barrels. They put them together. It's an incredible process. So I've toured the facility once. I've been there a couple of times. You've got the E.H. Taylor bin. It's got all the barrels in it. You've got Buffalo Trace. You got Blanton's in a certain spot in that rick, in the ricks. So it's incredible. So right now, from Buffalo Trace Distillery, In the bar, we've got Elmer T. Lee, Buffalo Trace, E.H. Taylor, Eagle Rare. We also have Weller's Special Reserve.
Sorry, all the cigars are gone.
We got in Larceny from Heaven Hill. We got in Heaven Hill bottled in bond. We have Elijah Craig 18-year. We have Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel. Elijah Craig's small batch.
I heard a little
McKenna
something
10.
about that 18-year.
What's that?
I heard it was nice.
Very nice. 18-year is a great bottle. It's really good. I've got one at home. One of Jack's favorites. We don't drink on that very often. But if you consider the price and you consider the quality, Buffalo Trace is right up there. Because I have a Buffalo Trace Old Fashioned. So I get them to make Old Fashions. When I was at the distillery, the lady took us on a tour. We did our tasting, and she said, here we just do Buffalo Trace in our Old Fashions. It's kind of our mixer. So it's because it's the least expensive. So you've got $30 here. Eagle Rare is $43.70, and then Blanton's is $63.70. Right. So it's their base brand, they call it.
Okay.
It's rare to get it here. So I think we value it higher. Oh, we also have Blanton's, by the way. Got that in. Failed to mention it. So, I think because we aren't able to get it as often as other places, that it just means more to us. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So, when I started getting into cigar smoking a little bit, I would visit other lounges just to kind of learn the atmosphere and get the feel, and not necessarily work my way into the community, but just to go smoke with different people.
Sure.
And I learned about Blanton's. And I heard the guys talking about Blanton's this, Blanton's that. So one day I'm at work at the airport, and for some strange reason, I was out front doing something, and I was walking to the back of the checkpoint, and I saw this image on the screen. There was an older gentleman standing there, and my coworker standing there, and she was explaining to him, "Sir, whatever you have is too large, it can't go." And I looked and I went, "Oh, no. So I took it upon myself to walk up to this gentleman, and I kind of whispered in his ear, "Sir, is that a bottle of Blanton's?" And he kind of looked at me out of shock, like, "How'd you know that?" So I looked at my coworker. I said, "I'll escort him out. He's gonna check that bag. He's got to check this bag."
Right.
So his wife was standing there, and she was like a coach on the sideline, and he was a referee. She was in his ear.
Yeah.
And so finally, I just turned to her. I said, ma'am. And she looked at me. I said, "Can you please have a seat for me?" I said, "He needs to go check this bag. He'll be right back. I promise you." And she was like, "Oh, okay. I'll be right here." So she went and sit down. I said, "Sir, you got your ID and your boarding pass?" She said, "Yeah, I got it right here." I said, "Come on, let's go." So when we escort somebody out, the only thing we have to do is escort them to the exit and make sure they exit out. This man had a whole bottle of Blanton's in his bag, not even cracked. Not only did I escort him out, I escorted him out the exit, darn near to the ticket counter, and I told him, I said, "Sir," this is after we got out the exit.
Yeah.
I said, "Sir, I smoke cigars with guys that drink that. I know how much that bottle cost you. I'm sorry. I can't let you throw that bottle of Blanton's away.
Right.
That's not going to happen today, okay?" He was like, "Thank you so much. It's for my son. It's for his birthday."
Oh, wow.
I said, "Well, tell your son, T from TSA said happy birthday." Okay. So go right there to the ticket counter. Tell him that you want to check this bag. and then you gonna come back through security. Not a problem, okay? He was like, thank you so much. I was like, no. Just tell your son I said happy birthday. I'm sorry, I just couldn't let that's alcohol abuse. I mean,
Hey, we can't abuse alcohol.
60. Come on, man. A whole bottle of Blanton's. Nah, I can't do that. I can't do that.
No, and some people may not be watching this in North Carolina or realize we're here other than my accent. And they don't understand that in North Carolina, the ABC system is run by the state. So it's a controlled state. Mm-hmm. And in other words, they're not going to pay for the bourbon until it sells. So a lot of the distillers have a hard time working in North Carolina. So we don't get a lot of Wellers. We in this bar, in this ABC store, has not had Wellers in over the 2 years we've been here. So this is a first to have any kind of Wellers in here.
Mama Huff's here.
Mama Hough in the house. We got to behave now.
Got to behave.
And to get Elmer T. Lee, to get E.H. Taylor, even Blanton's and Eagle Rare, it is not a common occurrence, right?
Right.
So we have to cherish that when we get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just like, well, you could take the Andalusian Bulls we got in. LFD, Andalusian Bulls. You can't find them.
Yeah.
And we had an event here. We got several boxes in. We still have them here. And people are like, why do I have to buy 3 LFDs to get 1 Andalusian Bull? I'm like, guys, you got to realize what you're getting in quality. Not only are you getting 3 quality LFD cigars from whichever ones you want to choose from. We have over 10 facings of LFD cigars, but you're going to be able to buy an Andalusian Bull that you're not going to be able to find anywhere else. So, I think it's a great deal myself.
So that means I ain't gonna have to fight nobody else. I done told them one time, listen, buy the 3 LFDs. Stop crying. There's no crying in cigar smoking, okay? There's no crying in cigar smoking.
There's plenty of complaining.
We're not having it at Smoking Barrel.
Well, to me, we had an event with LFD. It went fantastic. We had several people show up and buy multiple cigars just to get the LFD. Well, if you're that person sitting on the sideline and say, well, I'm just going to wait, and after the event, I can go buy it and not have to do the same thing, it's not fair to me.
I had that happen.
I'm sure. Absolutely. Oh, we're going to outsmart you.
And 2 or 3 days later, I had it happen again. So, no. You heard what the man said. He said you got to buy 3.
So tonight, you guys, if you're out and about, please come out to Smoking Barrel. We have RTB, Ron Brown, coming out with his cigars. He's got the Crossroads barber pole. He's got plenty to offer. He's got some new offerings for us.
Yep.
So he's got some giveaways. It's a cut and light event. What time do we start tonight?
6.
6 until 8 or 9.
Yep.
Whatever works out. So great guy. He runs a small boutique cigar company. He's GTG.
Yep.
So GTG will come out and support tonight. I know that. They'll be here in full force. Come early so you can get some of these. These are quality cigars.
Yeah,
He's
nice.
hand-picked them. He's had them handmade. He's picked the fillers. He's picked the wrappers, the binders. So you're going to love the experience.
I'm hoping he bring that one he has in honor of veterans, Return to Base. They actually named it that because it's RTB, so they said, oh, this is the Return to Base.
There you go.
And it stuck. So I'm hoping he bring that with him too.
Well, Ron's a great guy. If you haven't met him,
he's a real cool guy.
You really need to meet him and talk to him. And he's got a lot of depth. Some people are very surface level, but if you spend time with Ron, you find out how much depth he has as a person. Really
He's
caring.
Very knowledgeable in cigars.
Very
also.
knowledgeable. So pick his brain. He understands the cigar world. He knows his brand isn't the only one. Obviously, that's how he's making some of his living doing that because he loves it. It's his hobby.
And he's done a great job.
He's done a great job.
Awesome job.
Absolutely. I mean, it's tough when you're in here in a humidor or elsewhere, and you're competing for space. You know, you got the Rocky Patels, the CAOs, the Macanudos, the LFDs. I mean, we could go on and on. You know, Monte Cristo, Romeo and Julieta. I mean, you're competing against all these people for shelf space, and there's not a humidor around that's big enough.
Oh my God.
There's not. I mean, you can't get one big enough. You want all these cigars, you want to offer them, but there's only so much space that anybody has, and for Ron to compete with that is great.
Yeah, I've asked Bryan to knock out a wall, but you can't. So,
We're not knocking down walls. Although we have Carol Lee,
oh my God,
who would be chiming in now, that just give her a sledgehammer, she'll knock out a wall. And she can do everything else too. So
that's what I'm afraid of. That's what I'm so afraid of. We're supposed to be knocking this wall out at my house, and like I'm just gonna stand back and watch.
I think you should.
Yeah, because I know she's going.
There could be collateral damage.
Very much so. Very much.
Shrapnel.
So. Yeah.
I mean, you don't want that.
Yeah, especially with her.
Well, we hope she feels better. A little under the weather today. I'm going to tell you now, this was interesting, how many people I've spoken to that's had the flu this year. And it seems like since COVID went away, or is not as prevalent, I guess, everybody was wearing masks, right? And you didn't hear about the flu for 2 years.
Yep.
Right? Nobody got the flu. Everybody got COVID. So I'm a little bit suspicious of that. Like, how many people said they had COVID, had the flu? I don't know. Don't want to get into that. I don't care. I'm not a medical professional, but I did sleep near a Holiday Inn Express last night.
Hey,
just down the road.
Just down the road.
But I would say this, that since that has kind of run its course, and you're really not hearing about it, you don't hear about COVID in the news. Doesn't mean there's not cases. I'm sure there probably are, but the flu is pretty bad this year.
Yeah,
and I don't know if she's got the flu. I don't know, but
we had a scare on Sunday or last week. My mini-me wasn't feeling too well, so I was here Sunday getting a cigar order ready, sitting over on the laptop or whatever. My daughter-in-law calls me. She FaceTimes me and she says, asked me, did my son call? I said, no. I said, what's the matter? She said, we're at the hospital. I went,
oh, no.
What hospital? Because I'm thinking they're at the urgent care up the street.
Right.
She says, no, we're at Levine. And when she says Levine, I was like, looking for my bag. They had to take Mini-Me to the hospital. Her temperature spiked to 103.
Oh, no.
So she tested positive for the flu and got a double ear infection.
Oh, bless
We
her heart.
probably going to drop off at Mama Huff's house.
Yeah, no, you're not. Yeah.
But I talked to her last
I'm
night.
going to be at your house.
Right.
If Mama Huff wants to take that on.
Right.
I got 2 puppies at home. That's the only 2 people I'm taking care of outside of my family because they all grown. I ain't doing babies right now.
Oh, Mama Huff said I could bring her.
No, Mama Huff is like that.
Oh, okay.
I'm just telling you me.
Oh, okay. Wait,
I'll hold the baby,
she
but when everything else has to be done, I did that. Now, when my grandbabies are here, that's different. That's my grandbaby.
Okay.
My daughter or my son, they have a baby in the house. I'm good with that.
You good with that?
Yeah, but I ain't, not voluntarily. I mean, I love you. You can come over anytime.
Listen.
Hey, she can come over anytime.
She got
Not
a
when
problem.
she got 103 temperature and double ear
Well,
infection.
listen. When she come over there,
I need to sleep.
Just be ready for her to climb on top of your head.
That's fine.
She probably use Jack as a jungle gym.
Hey, she'll be spending more time with Guinness.
Probably.
She'll be curled up with him. I ain't worried about it. Guinness is my 11-year-old. He's 11. He'll be 11 November 29th. He's a Border Collie Lab mix, and he's my man.
He's a horse.
He's my man. He goes everywhere I go. Chloe is a lioness. She looks like a lion.
Chloe is a horse too. That.
We are good at fattening up dogs.
They are huge.
They are big. So Guinness, Maddie's dog, my daughter's dog, she could no longer keep him with her. So now he goes to the office at the house every day. He's beside me all day, follows me around. We good.
Horse.
Now, Chloe is Jack's dog, but I love Chloe. Chloe's great. Chloe's great. She's a lab husky mix. And I don't know about you, but if you ever get stuck on Instagram and you look at or whatever Husky Nation or whatever the husky thing is,
yeah.
You get all these videos on huskies. That's our dog. She doesn't whine all the time like those dogs.
Oh, she never did.
But
when I was over there.
But she's got all those personality traits of a husky.
Really?
And they're a little much. Huskies are a little much. They're not labs. They're not, So she has a good mix. It kind of tames her down a little bit. But I love dogs.
So we have 8 canines at the airport. And there are a couple. I can be standing away, and if a couple of them spot me, the handler's just like, wait, where you going? We have one that's on PM shift. He makes it his duty to come to me, and not only will he come to me, but he has to put his body on me.
Now, which kind of dog is this? I've seen a beagle.
I think it's a pointer.
Was he like different color?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a blue tick type. Yeah.
But they're
But they
nice
don't
dogs.
allow us to touch them.
Nah.
Like when we go to baggage claim, you'll see them in there.
Mm-hmm.
And we've seen the beagle when we've come in.
Mm-hmm.
I think it works down there the most. But you're not allowed to touch them. It's like service dogs. They got a job to do. They're at work. So we don't get to, but you do, because you're. Now, for those of you who haven't watched before, haven't met T Crocker, she works for TSA at the airport. She does TSA Chronicles, so follow her on Instagram. You will absolutely get the TSA Chronicles every day, and they're hilarious. They're not all her. She does coworker chronicles too, but they're funny. I just think they're hilarious because people are people. How many people go through a checkpoint a day? Like not all of them, but let's just say you're working C checkpoint. How many people might come through there in a day in Charlotte? 5th busiest airport in the world. A lot of people.
On average, through C checkpoint, you're looking at probably 1,600.
1,600. So think about it. 10% of the entire population is a problem. No matter where you are, take the 10%. They're going to be a problem. So you got 160 people a day for the potential to be an issue at a checkpoint, right?
Oh, yeah.
Is that about right? You
That's
probably get 16 that are, they carry on stuff.
Oh, yeah.
They bring in, Blantons or a knife, or you've had guns, an eagle.
The eagle.
The eagle was cool. If you haven't seen the eagle, you got to see it.
The eagle stopped traffic in the whole airport. Like, literally stopped traffic. People were already through the checkpoint and was walking by and saw the eagle and stopped. Like,
and this thing was like,
oh, yeah,
the wingspan was
massive.
like, they brought it out. T went up and pet it.
No.
T is not an animal lover. She might
I
like
do.
cats.
I know. No. I like cats because they keep the snakes and the rats away. I got home today and there was a half a lizard laying on my driveway. Don't ask me why.
I like snakes. You know why? They keep the cats away.
No.
I don't like cats.
No, I don't like snakes. Snakes and spiders. We don't do those.
Well,
I am, if you don't know me, I am petrified of horses.
any animal.
I am, seriously scared of horses. I think that is a huge animal.
Horses are your friend.
No, they bite.
Well, don't stand in front of them.
I don't want to stand behind him either so he can drop kick me.
Well, stand beside them.
No, now.
Just get on and go for the ride. See,
Yeah.
my wife, Gina, loves horses. Actually, she doesn't. They buck and kick her off. They have since she was a kid. There's one horse that she loves. His name is Elvis, and he's white, and he's probably not even alive anymore. He was in Charleston. So we went on one of those handsome cab rides.
Yeah.
They put you in there. We were having a great, which you have, 5th anniversary? So this would have been 1996, and we went to a place, it's a Charleston Grill now, and we had a wine called Hush Chenin Blanc.
Okay.
We didn't just have one bottle. We had many.
Oh.
So after we finish dinner, we go out and get in this handsome cab ride, right? So we're going to ride around Charleston. It's
Okay.
romantic. It's nice. Full moon. Big white horse take us through called Elvis. Okay? So we get done, and the Hush Chenin Blanc is in full force. We're having fun.
Okay.
So we go through the barn where the horse is kept, and this is a lady who is scared to death of horses. Walks up to this horse and kisses it on the nose. Kisses on the nose. Amazing. But with enough alcohol, you can do about anything.
We call that liquid courage.
So she would never do that again in her life. We watch Yellowstone, right? The new season of Yellowstone's out.
Right.
Exciting. We're watching the old, like season 4 to catch back up.
Right.
Because we, forgot. I mean, they come out like once a year, so you
Okay.
forget. And this kid's learning how to ride a horse. I say, honey, right there, you can learn to ride that. That'll be good. Nope. I'm good with most animals. I do not like rats.
Nope.
I really don't like snakes.
Nope.
I'm okay with a black snake because
No.
they keep everything else away.
No.
Cats, I'm allergic to. It has really nothing to do with the personality. I just can't be around cats. So, dogs are the best.
Dogs are the best.
They are the best.
I love dogs. Like I wanted to get a Doberman because because first of all, if I'm gonna get a dog, I'm gonna get a dog. I'm not getting a dust mop.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
But a Doberman?
Yeah, I grew up with a Dobie. So I was gonna.
They are nice, but they look mean. They're look like Damon. You got to call it Damon.
But
Or Damien.
I was gonna get a
Damien,
Dobie.
not Damon.
I wanted a Dobie so my grandbaby could grow up with a Dobie. My son and my daughter-in-law, they ain't like that. No, mama, we don't want that, this, that, and the third. My daughter-in-law wants a little dog that she can put in a stroller with my. I'm not getting a rat or a dust mop.
Now, hey, here is an alternative to that. A French Bulldog. Have you seen a French Bulldog?
Yeah.
The French Bulldog has character. That's a character dog. It's got character.
Okay.
It's not a Shih Tzu or, a little dust mop, ankle muncher. That guy that guy has character.
French Bulldog.
French Bulldog.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they're
We'll
not
think
cheap.
about
I'm just going to slay it out there. They're over $1,000, but they have character. A South African Mastiff, a Barboil, that's your man right there.
That sounds like a horse.
It is.
No.
It has its own couch.
No.
130, 140 pounds.
Huh?
Yeah.
No.
It is.
That's a horse.
It's amazing.
No.
They're amazing dogs. They are great around family. You can't ever beat a lab. Labs are great.
I like labs.
Labs are awesome.
Where
I
is
grew up with German Shepherds.
Oh, that's a pretty dog.
When I was a kid, and I'm talking under 10, I don't know what age, maybe 5, we had a dog named Shadow. And she came from a whole litter that our family got, like one of each.
Right.
And so my dad was out on the patio working, and he had hammers and all this stuff. And I had his hammer, and the dog's tail was right there. And he said, don't you hit that dog's tail with that hammer. So what I do?
Hit the dog's tail with
I hit the dog's tail with the hammer,
he just
and
said,
that
"Go ahead."
dog reached around and put my head in its mouth. Now, it didn't chomp down. It just went, lifted off, looked at me, and my dad said, that's your warning.
Right.
Don't ever do that again. That part.
That part right there.
So, anyways, we digress. But this is what we do at the Cigar Lounge, right? We talk about subjects that we all agree on. We're going to have conversations. We're going to have a great cigar. We're going to have a great bourbon and just enjoy each other's company.
Right. This is called therapy. A lot of people pay for that.
A lot of money for that.
A lot of money for that.
I mean, we talking, you could pay $100 an hour. You could pay $200 an hour for therapy. Mm-hmm. We pay $10 for a cigar, $10 for a good pour. This is actually $6 a pour. $7. $7 a pour. We sit around for $17 and we sit for an hour and a half and we have therapy. That's what it's about. That's what the cigar world's about.
Exactly.
You know, people don't really get that about cigars, but you get it. Look, we've been here a half hour and I'm not even through the first third.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about, the slow burn on these. Mm-hmm. Look, I haven't doctored that up. I have not at all fixed that burn. I mean, that cigar, if you haven't had it, go get it. I don't care where you get it. I mean, I want you to get it at Smoke and Barrel, of course. But there are plenty of people that have it. There are great cigar shops all around the Charlotte area. Go in there, patronize those bars. I don't want to start naming them because there's so many good ones.
Yeah.
You know, and we've got friends throughout the industry here. We work hard to partner with one another to keep a great relationship, to work together, because it's all about the cigar family. It's not about, I want to get over on somebody else. That's not the way it works. We are here, we're equal. We walk in that door, all titles are gone, everything's gone. We sit down, we're equal, we're just having a good time.
There are two things that people want to know about you when you come to the Cigar Lounge. What you're drinking and what you're smoking. We don't care what you do for a living, how much money you make, we don't care about that. We want to know what you're drinking and what you're smoking, because that's the way you get to know each other, about what you're drinking and what you're smoking. Now, there's no judgment. Alex, don't come in here with no black and mild. That's what we don't do.
Well, if you're coming into a cigar bar, you should be coming in to patronize that place.
Exactly.
You come in, you're going to buy a cigar from here. You're not going to get a black and mild or a blunt at a cigar bar, right? You're going to come in, you're going to buy a cigar from them. You don't bring your own steak to Ruth Chris, right?
Exactly.
You're going to come in and buy a cigar, and then you're going to sit down and enjoy it. If you don't know what cigar to pick, just ask. Just ask.
Yes.
If you've never had a cigar, we know where to take you.
Right.
If you've had a cigar and you remember what it was or what it looked like or what color it was, we can work with that.
Right.
And don't be intimidated because you've never smoked a cigar, don't know how to cut one, whatever. You just say, hey, I like alcohol. Well, that's 90% of America, okay? You like it, come in, find something you enjoy drinking, smoke a cigar, don't smoke a cigar, enjoy the environment. But there are plenty of opportunities to enrich that experience by having a great cigar. So that's what we do.
That's what we all about.
That's it.
That's what we all about.
I'm missing our compatriots today. Charles.
Where's Charlie? Where is Charlie at anyway?
He's Santa Claus.
Already? We ain't even had turkey yet.
Well, he has an event tonight. I don't know where it is. He just said he had an event. And then next week he's here. And then he's not here again until sometime in December. Because he's Santa Claus. Yeah. If you haven't seen Charles Wilkerson, Whiskey Tango Charlie, he's our cigar steward. He's our expert on cigars. Sommelier from a wine perspective. He's the expert. If you haven't seen him, he's been eating chocolate chip cookies and milk. He's trying to fatten up. He's trying to get the beard right. He trims it during the summer. But he is Santa Claus. And you look at him and you think Kenny Rogers or Santa Claus.
One of the two.
He's a cross. He's a cross between the two. His son is Blake Shelton.
Oh, he looks just like him. He looks just like him. Speaking of the airport, so one morning I'm walking. I'm on break, and I'm walking, and I see this dude, and that's what I thought. I was like, and I was gonna say, dude, you look just like Blake Shelton. But when he spotted me, he started waving at me, and I'm thinking, do I know this dude?
Well, you were on The Voice, right?
Right. So he comes up to me and was like, hey, gives me this hug, and we start talking. And I'm standing there like, I know this dude from somewhere, but I don't know where. Then it dawned on me. It was Charlie's son. But yes, he does look like Blake Shelton.
He does. And then Carol Lee, the goddess of cigars, like knows all about cigars, knows about the military. I'm glad she was here for Veterans Day. Our Veterans Day program was great. She brought the CAO Honor cigar. They don't even make it anymore.
That was a great cigar.
Oh, I still got the other one she gave me.
That was
I'm gonna smoke that later.
Cigar.
But think about the diversity of the people we meet and the diversity of the people that come in here, and
Right.
all different backgrounds, all different interests. Whether it's sports, whether it's who cares. I mean, we work at the bar here with a lady named Mary. Mary is like one of those Mensa people, really smart, knows a lot about, sci-fi stuff. Like, she loves The Big Bang Theory. We have that in common. She thinks football is a football ball. She has no idea about sports. Like, she could not tell you a team except the Cowboys, because she's heard of them. The Panthers. She
Poor
knows
baby.
The Panthers. She has no idea about sports. So we have to, so Gina, my wife, sitting out here, Gina is by how do you describe it? She's a dancer by trade. Like, her whole life, her hobby, her love is dancing. She and I is as opposite in interest as you can get, which is why we've been together 31 years, right? You are very athletic. You're very graceful. Agile. She does not like sports. The only game she will go to is if somebody she is related to and loves. Those are two things. Mm-hmm. You can be related to somebody but related and love, she'll go see you play.
Okay.
She watched me play. She watched my son play, my daughter play, her nephews play, and her brother played. Both of us played for the Tar Heels. We're in the ACC championship game, by the way.
Oh, there we go.
In Charlotte. Maybe a different result than the last time we played Clemson in Charlotte. We'll see.
Oh, we play Clemson?
We play Clemson. Absolutely.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Trying to get tickets, but, the mayor thing's getting in the way, so I gotta prioritize. I gotta make people understand who are setting the schedule
That part.
that this is priority.
Right.
I want to take my son
When is that game?
and my dad. He's 82, right?
Papa Huff going?
Papa Huff's going.
All right.
8 o'clock, December 3rd. So I'm trying to get these tickets in the club level because I want my dad to be able to go in if it's too cold, and spend that. But that's 3 generations of Huffs going to the Tar Heels and watching them spankety spank some tiger.
Sound good to me.
Some tiger bait in the house.
Yes, sir.
Tar Heels do not have a defense. I love you guys. You work hard. I know you're trying hard, but it's going to be a lot to a lot. Who knows what the score is going to be.
We'll have to get 'em.
But I think we can beat them this year.
I think we can
They're going to
get
be favored, no doubt. They're going to be favored.
We'll be all right.
Tar Heels are 13th in the CFP. Nice. 9-1.
Okay.
Unbeaten on the road.
Right.
We have the number 3. He is 3rd in the Heisman race right now, Drake May. His dad, Mark May, and I played together in Carolina. Great guy. Saw him on TV last night. Hey, Mark, you and I need to work out together at the Y, okay? I'm just saying.
Okay.
We need to work out together. He and Drake were sitting there because Bo, Drake May's brother, is a walk-on the basketball team.
Right. Right.
His other brother, Luke May, y'all might
yeah,
remember, hit the
he
shot
played.
against Kentucky.
Yep.
We might have won something there. Might have won a championship that year. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
And his brother Cole, the same year, won the national championship in baseball for Florida. Think about that family. Al May, we're not forgetting about you. Great lady, a part of that. So we're having fun with the Tar Heels. We're having fun. See, this
That's what we do.
it don't have to be the Tar Heels. I got a bartender right now that wants to wear Duke stuff with Duke plays. It's okay. We all family. Yeah, I see you over there.
You fired.
Scott, good to see you, my friend. Thanks for coming in. Come back. and you know, because I love her and I don't want to shun her,
You fired.
she's allowed to wear Duke
Fired.
underwear where I can't see it.
Ah, yes. Hey. We don't do that in here. We don't do that in here.
Hey, we even let Cowboys fans in here.
Oh,
Hey, it goes up because they
You
come
heard it
in
first.
loud and go out quiet.
hey. Yeah, they do.
I'm just saying.
You know, we've had some retired Steelers in here, so you know I ain't gonna say too much.
Oh, no, the Steelers are great. We love the Steelers.
No, we don't.
No, listen.
No, we don't.
No, they're our friends.
No, they're not.
The Giants are our friends. Right?
I can say that because Lawrence Taylor was here. I
Yes,
can say that. I can say
LT was
that.
here.
LT
Greg Lloyd was here. I love old school Giants and Pittsburgh. How's that?
That'll work.
I like old school Dallas. They did
Yeah.
a special on Tom Landry the other day for Veterans Day.
Mm-hmm.
He was a veteran. He went on to coach the Cowboys. Loved Tom Landry. Man, he was a gentleman among gentlemen, and they did him wrong. At that point in time, I said, I'm done. I'm done. I can't take it.
Yep,
So what about that cigar?
it's great.
Mook's going to dial in and say, Charles ain't there today. Nobody's keeping you on task.
Where is Cue Ball anyway?
I don't have a clue. I hope he's in town. I think he is. Jack, is Mook commenting right now? Is our boy Philly B on?
I think everybody hibernating. It's cold outside.
Well, who? Philly B with Larry Zonka where? In New Bern? So Philly B is my friend-in-law. Our daughters got married, had a great time. He's from New Bern, and loyal listener and follower here. He's a great cigar, bourbon guy. Wow. He had drinks with Larry Zonka. You ought to put that up. Put that up on the. You can't. So Larry Zonka had drinks with Philly B.
Okay.
Did not know that. So that's awesome.
All right.
Philly B, sorry I missed that. Larry Zonka, I have his autograph.
All right.
Larry Little, Larry Zonka, Bob Greasy, that whole group went to Miami, watched them play. My aunt, whose daughter, my cousin Suzanne, just had a baby. Congratulations. And she took us down there. It was the 3 teenage boys and her.
Oh, okay.
God bless her.
All right.
So,
All
yeah,
right.
we met Larry Zonka. It was pretty cool.
All right. That works.
But this cigar is great.
I love
This
it.
bourbon is great. I mean, what can you
LTs.
say about Buffalo Trace bourbon?
Well,
I wouldn't do it justice. I mean, I just introduce it, tell you to come out, enjoy it.
so years ago, for Father's Day, I was gonna grab my little brother and my dad about a Blanton's for Father's Day. And so I walk into a ABC store, which is near here, not Mount Holly. And I asked, did they have any Blanton's? I was like, no, we don't have any. I said, well, what about Buffalo Trace? Yes. I said, can I get 2 bottles? No. Excuse me?
One at a time, yeah.
You can buy 1 bottle at a time. So just so happened, my ex was coming in behind me, and I had no clue that they were coming. That she was coming to the liquor store. So I bought a bottle, and I walked by her, gave her my card. I said, "Buy a bottle of Buffalo Trace." So that's how we ended up with 2 bottles. But they will not let you buy more than 1 bottle.
They won't let you buy more than 1 bottle at Buffalo Trace Distillery.
Really?
Yep. We went. We had a tour at 2:00 this past October. We went down a month ago, and we were wanting to get the pick of the day, which that day was Eagle Rare. We get up there for our 2:00 tour, and they said, "Sorry, we're out of Eagle Rare today."
At 2:00?
Mm-hmm. But you can buy Buffalo Trace. I said, "I'll take 2 cases." Sir, negatory. You are not getting 2 cases. You're getting 1 each. I was going to buy. That's one of the reasons I drove up.
Right.
I had the expedition ready. I don't care how much it is. I'm taking it.
Right.
Didn't work. 1 bottle. So Gina got a bottle. I got a bottle. Matt got a bottle. Susie got a bottle. Hey, I got to put a plug in for Tom Bloomquist. Tom, me and you right now, I want you to drive us in the Mount Holly Parade in the GT convertible. I will give you a bottle of Buffalo Trace, which is his favorite, to drive us in the parade.
For a bottle of Eagle Rare, I'll put you on top of the
Eagle
Honda.
Rare Buffalo Trace.
God, dog. That's
You got
all
it.
it
You
takes.
got a convertible. I'll ride in Reggie's truck if I have to.
Hey, Reg.
It's all you, brother.
Hey, Reg.
Reg will drive me. I ain't worried about Reggie. I want to ride in the GT.
Well, we could go
You
rent
missed the
one
first
of those.
part of that, Reggie. What?
We can rent one of those.
One of his trucks?
No, a GT.
It ain't clean like that.
We could go rent a GT. I'll drive you.
I ain't sitting in it while he parks.
Hey, the goat wagon always plays, brother.
His license plate says the goat.
No.
Hey, I'm just saying, Tom, it's out there. Buffalo Trace bottle for you.
Listen.
Drive us in the parade.
I'll drive you in the parade for a bottle of, you know what? I ain't even going to be picky. Buffalo Trace, Blanton's, or Eagle Rare.
Oh, you're not picky at all.
No. I'm just saying.
Oh, I ain't picky. I'll take Elmer T. Lee, E.H. Taylor,
Yeah.
Wellers,
What?
107, and yeah. You're
I'll
not
put
picky.
you on top of the Honda. I'll go have that sucker detail.
We're going to sit on the hood of the Honda
Hey. I'll
and
put,
ride through the parade.
I will put Mama Huff on the hood and put you on the trunk.
She is the attraction.
Okay. I'm just saying.
I mean, everybody loves her much more than they love me. That is true. She's much better looking and a nicer person.
Okay.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
I mean, I'll kick my coverage. I know that.
All right.
It is what it is.
Right.
I'll sit on the trunk, wave to everybody after y'all pass. I'm good with that.
Okay.
6 o'clock,
do
December 16th, lighted. Everything's lit. We have twice as many people this year as we had at any other parade. It's going to be a big parade. 77 entrants as of last week. Big parade. It's going to be fun. I know the Macy's Day Parade has like 1,000. I have no idea how many, but a lot more. They have Woody Woodpecker. Yeah.
No, that's too many people.
That was a terrible Woody Woodpecker.
But that's too many people.
New York? Oh, yeah. I
No,
get it.
no.
No, we're going to have a good small town, beautiful parade. It's going to be so much fun, man. We got so much stuff planned.
December
Mount
16th.
Holly is Christmas Town next to Christmas Town. What?
December 16th.
December 16th, 6 o'clock, right out here, Main Street. We're going to have fun, man.
All right.
It's going to be like 10,000 people.
Okay, I know I need to get here early because I know traffic ain't going to move. So.
No traffic, no parking. Come get a cigar and a drink at the and Buffalo Trace as you drink at the Smoking Barrel. We'll have a great time. We're having a great cigar. We're having a great Buffalo Trace. What else can we ask for? Great company. This is what we look forward to every week. We do not miss this every week because we hang out together, but we don't ever talk like this, really. No. We don't. This is for you and us. So this is nice.
So, excuse me. See, y'all don't understand. There's a whole bunch of controversy. We got a lot of people that have attended HBCUs. And, excuse me, I don't want to hear nothing about no Aggies or no Rams, okay? Is
this Central versus...
No, hey, whoa.
A&T?
Hey.
A what?
Jackson State.
Oh, Jackson State. So what? You went to Jackson State?
I went to
No. Dion is at Jackson State. So now you on the bandwagon. You on the bandwagon.
The GOAT is representing, man. On the bandwagon.
See, this is what we have to deal with.
All right. So I'm gonna tell y'all.
I'm a Bronco for Fayetteville State.
Hey Reggie, I'm gonna tell you a story.
That's right.
I'm gonna tell you a story real quick.
We won the championship.
We'll take 10 and give you one.
Anyway.
All right, Reggie, I'm gonna tell you a story real quick.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna tell them and tell you.
Yes, sir.
I was 8 years old, played for the Mount Holly Junior Midgets. We went down to Fort Myers and played Fort Myers Junior Midgets, and I was 8.
Dion.
We are sitting there. I have the program with Dion in it. We are sitting there watching this game and we were playing, but we were watching this kid run up and down the field. Nobody could catch this kid. So years later, we realized it's Deion Sanders. We played against Deion Sanders, Fort Myers, Tiger Bowl, and we used to, as a Mount Holly Optus, we'd raise money,
Right.
and we would go on boat trips to Florida. And so we'd take buses down there. We stay with the families there, you know. So my dad, I was 8. That's 46 years ago. My dad has a program. It's at our house now with Deion Sanders in the team photo.
That's awesome, man. That's great.
It ain't worth nothing until he signs it. I don't know if I want to drive down to Jackson. I'll send you down because you got the hat. I'm going to take your hat.
I'm swag. I'll go.
So that was cool. Then, when I went to North Carolina, played against Deion Sanders at Florida State.
Oh, wow. Hey, you think about that. That is right. There you go.
So I'm running down the field. I was a long snapper, so, I just played. Against Florida State, I probably played 16 times a day because we did a lot of punting. But we did tie Florida State at Florida State 87, by the way. So I'm snapping out of the end zone, and all I can see behind me through my legs is this. No, you're right. So I'm on the 1 yard line, snapping out. So I run out, and Deion is sitting there. Do you think he's going to fair catch? No. He is sitting there, catches the ball. I got to be honest with you. I never saw him go by me.
But he did.
I had to watch the video. Well, at that time, it was a VHS cassette tape.
Right.
We used to record those on a tape.
Right.
Go by me. Now, thank goodness he didn't score a touchdown. Somebody else tackled him, but my goodness, he was so fast. He was so good. Man, he was good. And so his influence at Jackson State has been incredible. They got a guy to decommit from Florida State to go to Jackson State, and he was like a 5-star quarterback.
He was like the
Number 3 recruit in the nation. That's who that guy, that's who Deion is. That's his name. That's who he is.
It's crazy because at the airport, I see a lot of athletes coming through. And male or female, I've never seen kids so freaking tall. It's crazy.
It's in the milk. It's in the water.
It's in the milk. It's in the chicken. I don't know. Right. It's so bad that when they step out of the body scanner and they look at me, Why are you looking that? Why are you looking at me like I'm short?
Because you are.
And then my partner go, T, why you gotta say? Because he's looking in the top of my head. No, and I'm standing there, head to chest, pointing up at this dude like, look, you ain't gonna look at me like I'm short. And these kids are like,
you know what they call that,
6'5",
right? You know what
6'6".
You know what they call that? It's called Napoleon complex.
I can't help it.
You like that little dog, that mop over there going. Beep, 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 beep.
And
They gonna swat you beside it.
No, they look at me and go, I'm sorry, ma'am, but you still looking at me like I'm short.
No, the only reason they say they're sorry is because you're TSA. You are standing between them and getting on the plane. They gonna respect that. They respect that.
I let them go.
You just go right outside there, take off that uniform. You ain't doing that.
You know
you ain't doing that.
I do my son.
You
like
gonna
that.
hear? I do my son like it. Okay, Talon.
Yeah.
Sweet boy.
I had to
You're his mama.
I had to do Jack like that sometime.
Jack's a good kid. He's gonna be respectful.
Yeah, but he still look at me like I'm short.
Well, you are compared to 6'4".
You hear?
Hey, here's the example of what you're talking about, right? So Gina is 5'7", I'm 5'9", my son is 6'4". Whatever. 6'4" and a half.
We get it
He's
from
tall.
Papa Huff.
He gets it from Papa Helton.
Oh,
So Gina was Helton. Her dad was 6'4" before the back surgeries.
But his brothers were 6'7" plus.
No, they weren't. No, Larry was tall. He's like 6'6". But regardless, he does have that. So I told her, I said, you know what? We're going to make the perfect babies. We're going to have my shoulders on that frame. And we did. Big dude, wide and tall. I am the perfect weight for a man 6'9".
well, Maddie got wide shoulders too.
Maddie's what, 5'8"? 5'8", 5'9". So Maddie's almost my height, yeah.
That's crazy.
But, hey, can shoot a three-pointer,
Right,
can throw a discus,
right.
can play volleyball, can play golf. Now, she walks.
Well, that's just
But
like the
she's
gentleman.
capable of doing it.
So we have a member here. His granddaughter is 12 or 13. She's 5'9".
Yeah.
She does disc and shot put with no formation, no spin, no turn, no nothing.
She has no technique.
No
She
technique. She just
raw,
throws.
Raw ability.
strength.
Yeah, raw
Raw
ability.
strength.
Yeah. Where is she? Kings Mountain, I'm sure.
No. I wish,
Yeah.
but no.
Hey, how old is Clara? 14. So I have a cousin. How tall is Clara? 6. So Clara, my cousin's daughter, is 6 foot tall at age 14.
What?
Now, as an 8th grader, she got South Carolina State Player of the Year in volleyball as an 8th grader in high school. You don't go to high school till you're in 9th grade, but they allow kids to play up in South Carolina.
Do they have to take her birth certificate?
Yeah, absolutely. This year, she's in 9th grade, got it again. I told Paul, I told my cousin, I was like, she's going out to the West Coast. She's going to Stanford's already talked to her. Full scholarship. Volleyball.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Mini-Me is 2. She's the height of a 4-year-old. She
Can't
wears
help it.
She wears a
Look at her-
size 6 to 7 shoe.
Look at her
Baby shoe.
Look at her grandfather. Hey, look at her grandfather. Look at her father. What you gonna do?
Start couponing.
So I learned this about Kevin. Did not know him. before the funeral, right? Mm-hmm. 3-time state champion at Kings Mountain. 3-time state North Carolina heavyweight champion. That is incredible. Wrestling is so competitive and so difficult that somebody is that dominant in a sport, you better watch out. All I'm going to tell you, watch out.
Yeah, it's going to be a problem.
I'm just saying.
No offense to Octavia, my daughter-in-law, but she seems to think that Elliot's going to be a cheerleader.
Well,
So-
no,
No, I don't think so.
not that part.
Right.
All right, what's up? T, we're going to wrap it up.
Yeah.
We've got the LFD 700 double Lajero.
Yes.
We got the Buffalo Trace.
Great
Couldn't
man.
get any better.
I know.
The dynamic duo in the house.
Ebony and Ivory, baby.
Hey, salt and pepper coming at you. What's the best cigar you're having today?
Right. What I'm having right now with my family and my friend.
You guys have a great day. Cheers. Thank you for joining us. Hope you'll join us